Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. People are saying, where are you, where are you? I've had to remove a series of very unpleasant, rude comments on my channel as the trolls come out to play following the results as we know it. Now, there are a few reasons why I wanted to jump on now. I wanted to say, even though Florida has been called for Trump, there are thousands of postal ballots, mail-in ballots or postal ballots that are sitting at a post office, not counted. Now, the other states that are still in question, over 100 million people in the US voted early. A sizable chunk were mail-in ballots. Now, we know that Louis DeJoy slowed the mail down. Then we know that Republicans were approaching the courts trying to get mail-in ballots struck off. And we also know that Trump said he would declare tonight and he wouldn't concede because mail-in ballots were fraudulent. Now, does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that Biden could still win this election. And it also tells you that there's a lot of cheating still left to be unmasked. Now, there was an orb that flew straight past. So I don't want to hear I'm so, I don't know, so downhearted and, whatever. Can I just suggest you wait 2 or 3 days? Before you let your emotions drag you down, you wait 2 or 3 days for the full story to unfold. So that's one thing. It's not over yet, and Trump hasn't won this election, and there has definitely been cheating and corruption that went on. But we knew that. We knew this was what was going to happen. We knew that the results would be contested. We knew that my readings show, it would most likely end up in court, including perhaps the thousands of votes in Florida that are still left in your post offices. So suspend expectations. I know it's hard for 2 or 3 days. This much I can tell you. I assumed that Biden and the Democratic Party would be far enough ahead for on election night for this not to be a possibility. That is not the case. Why that is still yet to be explained. But I do have a feeling that a lot more people voted for Donald Trump than what we thought would. Even though Biden can still take the election, the fact of the matter is that despite everything that Donald Trump is, enough people still voted for them. Republicans still voted for him. Now, there's been some wins here. Of course, Cory Gardner has lost his Senate seat. The Senate is still in play for the Democrats. The Democratic Party has retained the House and has picked up some states also that are turning blue that haven't been blue in the past. So let me just see where Biden is currently. Now it's around 5 o'clock here in Australia where I am. Biden is sitting on 223. Trump is on 174. Still to be called could be many of those states that have been declared a win, such as Florida, still yet to be called. We have Arizona likely to go to Biden. Wisconsin, Minnesota has already gone to Biden. We have Wisconsin, Michigan still in play, and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is still in play. Maine appears to be likely to go blue. Georgia is still in play. North Carolina we haven't conceded North Carolina yet. Georgia is still in play. Texas hasn't been called yet. So I want to make it clear that the results of this election will take a few days to be known. I also want to reiterate, as I have done in many readings, that Trump will contest, won't concede, and this has been part of his strategy all the time. He doesn't play by the rule books, we know that. If there is any cause for disappointment, and I feel this keenly too, it is that the map wasn't white-blue. That's the disappointment, that enough people still voted for Donald Trump regardless of who he is. So, right now, when you're watching this, Biden is on 223. He needs 270 to win. The Senate is still in play. The Democrats have retained the House. Okay? That's where we're at. Now, we know we're in for a huge battle over I never thought results would be known until December. And I remember people saying, December? And I said, yeah, I just have that feeling that the healing doesn't start until December. So anyone who is who's insulting me, your comment's going to be removed because I don't have to put up with that. Anyone who is ready to be deflated, just maybe just hold on for 2 or 3 more days. I can say if the unthinkable happens and if the corruption of Trump prevails and if he steals this election, then it's likely I probably won't do any more political Trump readings. I know that's tough, but I probably won't because it will take me a long time to understand why so many people let him get away with this. Okay, so with this corruption, with this cheating. All right, but let's not go to that point yet. Let's focus on Biden. Let's focus on a Biden win, knowing that it'll be 2 or 3 days likely before results are known. So breathe. All right. What are the messages from Spirit tonight? What are these messages from Spirit? There will be a lot of defence. Stand your ground because there's going to be a lot of defending needed. There's been a lot of corruption. It will go to the courts. It will go to the courts. The King of Pentacles, Donald Trump himself. Let's see what clarifies that. The Emperor, taking control, wresting control. Page of Cups. We will hear about the corruption that has been forced upon this election. We will hear about that. I acknowledge the anxiety and the high levels of anxiety at this time. But I urge you to be strong, to have strength and to have endurance. So the 2 key cards, that's at the base of the pack. My cards aren't so different to what they have been for months on the election. It will be fought out in the courts. And I hope that in time, in the next, hopefully it's sooner rather than later, I can get on and say, when the going got tough, when we'd lost all faith, we remembered that it was always going to be this difficult. It was always going to be this difficult. So, there has been cheating. There has been cheating in this election without a doubt, and all of this will unfold in the next weeks, the next few weeks. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. And, you know, I mean, I have no words really. I can only say that we knew it was going to be contested. We knew that he was going to cheat, and we know it's going to the courts. So I will ask one more question, and we'll rephrase it. Does Trump legitimately win this election? Does Trump legitimately win this election? Justice, it goes to the court. The King of Cups suggests that Biden is the winner once it goes to the courts. The King of Cups is my card for Biden. We have a lot of secrets that have been kept. There's a lot of buried corruption. And here's our Queen of Cups. There will be we will hear about it. It will be revealed. And the Knight of Cups comes in with an offer. And we have judgment, yeah. It is going to the courts. And, at the base of the pack, we have a loss here. We also have a lying and deceiving. That strategy, win at all costs. So it will go to the courts, and it looks as though this King of Cups is dominant. There has been lying and cheating. All right, will he legitimately win the election? No. Now, will Biden win the election once it goes to the courts? Or will Biden win the election? Will Biden win the election? Will Biden win the election? Yes, it's the strongest card in the deck, the Major Arcana, the strongest card. And the Two of Pentacles, because of the cheating, it may not be by much. It may come down to a nail biter. But my prediction still stands. It will be investigated. There will be corruption unveiled. And my prediction still stands. Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States, but it is going to go to court. So there you have it. That's what I've got for you tonight. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'll be back again with another reading. But I am going to take a deep breath, and just remembering that, you know, I'm not going to take any rude comments, any insults, rudeness, trolling will be immediately deleted. And this isn't a Trump channel, by the way, it's a Biden channel. And Biden will be president number 46, the next president of the United States of America.